बीते दिनों अमेरिका में भारत के दिग्गज बिजनेसमैन गौतम अडानी पर कई आरोप लगे थे। इन आरोपों पर शनिवार को गौतम अडानी ने पहली बार सार्वजनिक रूप से अपनी प्रतिक्रिया दी है। अडानी ग्रुप के चेयरमैन गौतम अडानी ने हिडनबर्ग विवाद और अमेरिका में लगी रिश्वत देने के आरोपों पर कहा कि अडानी ग्रुप के रास्ते में आई हर बाधा उनकी सफलता की सीढ़ी बनी है। आपके सपने जितने बड़े होंगे, दुनिया उतनी ज्यादा आपकी परीक्षा लेती है। इस दौरान अडानी ने यह भी कहा कि चुनौतियां हमें कभी तोड़ नहीं पाई, बल्कि उन्होंने हमें और भी ज्यादा मजबूत बनाया। हमारे अंदर यह भरोसा बढ़ाया कि हर गिरावट के बाद हम और मजबूत तरीके से ऊपर उठेंगे। दरअसल गौतम अडानी ने शनिवार शाम को जयपुर में 51वें इंडिया जेम्स एंड ज्वेलरी अवार्ड समारोह में शिरकत की थी। इसी समारोह के दौरान गौतम अडानी ने उदाहरण देकर यह भी कहा कि हमें राजनीतिक विवाद में फंसाया गया है। अपने ऊपर लगे तमाम आरोपों और कयासों पर गौतम अडानी ने और क्या कुछ कहा, आप भी सुनिए।
My dear friends, let me start with a personal story about the first time that I broke the status quo. This story holds a very special place in my heart. It laid the foundation of who I was to become. Diamond trading was my first entry point in my journey I took to become an entrepreneur. In the year 1978, at the age of 16, I left my school, left my home in Ahmedabad, and took a one-way ticket to Mumbai. I had no idea what I would do, but I was clear that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I believed Mumbai was the city of opportunities that would give me this chance. I got my first opportunity at Mahendra Brothers, where I learned the art of diamond assorting. Even today, I recall the joy of closing my first deal. It was a transaction with a Japanese buyer, and I got a commission of rupees 10,000. That day marked the start of a journey that would shape the way I would live my life as an entrepreneur. I also learned that trading makes a great teacher. What I learned as a teenager was that trading does not come with a safety net. In fact, it is a discipline where you must find the courage to fly without any protective nets. You must learn to take the jump and trust your own wings. In this field, hesitation is the difference between winning and losing. Each decision is a test, not just against the market, but against the limits of your own mind. Trading also taught me another priceless lesson. Too much of an attachment to outcomes limits your ability to challenge the status quo. Therefore, my dear friends, to accept the status quo is to settle for a destiny where you stop questioning, stop dreaming and stop exploring your own potential. The Adani Group stands where it is today because we are not afraid to challenge ourselves. We continuously redefine our boundaries, refuse to accept limits, and were comfortable with the discomfort of change. Our journey has been built on the foundation of grit and a relentless drive to overcome challenges. As I said earlier, I got to Mumbai when I was 16, but in 1981, just as I turned 19, I was called back to Ahmedabad to help with my family's polymer business. India at that time faced a great shortage of raw materials given the intense import controls. I saw firsthand the struggles that every small scale industry faced. And then it was 1985 under the leadership of Sri Rajiv Gandhi that India began to take its first steps towards economic liberalization. I saw an early opportunity in these changes, especially with the relaxation of import policies for industries facing raw material shortages. While I had no prior experience in trading polymers, I still took a calculated risk and established a trading organization focused on imports. By 1990, my trading venture was performing well, but then India itself faced a critical moment. The massive foreign exchange crisis of 1991 threatened the entire economy, ultimately leading to a wave of economic reforms initiated by Prime Minister Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao ji and then Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. These reforms dismantled the license Raj, opened up the economy to foreign investment, and reduced import tariffs. I saw in this transformation of the Indian business landscape an opportunity to scale further. In 1991, at the age of 29, I established a global trading house expanding into polymers, metals, textiles, and agriculture products. In just 2 years, we became India's largest global trading house, proving that the combination of speed and scale is a powerful driver of growth. However, while the import-export business did very well, I had started questioning the status quo. I began realizing that for the next phase of growth, I would need to own assets and build something lasting. In other words, I had to challenge everything I knew. Remember, I had no experience in building anything. We had not even laid a single brick in our life. But opportunities show up for those that seek. And it was in 1995 that a transformative opportunity emerged when the BJP-led Gujarat government announced its port-led industrial development plan under a public-private partnership mode. To summarize a long story, we quickly moved to establish Mundra Port. This transition, about 30 years back, was the start of our journey into the domain of infrastructure. My dear friends, I tell my team all the time that the future belongs to those who dare to see beyond the present and who recognize that today's limits are at tomorrow's starting points. Therefore, be it my leaving home to bet on myself as a young diamond trader, or believing that we could build the nation's largest port against the advice of all experts, to laying India's first private railway to connect Mundra Port, to being able to establish the world's largest single-site thermal power generation capacity, to building the world's largest coal import terminal, to being the first in India to build the first private HVDC line, to making India's largest ever investment in an OECD country, to operating India's largest network of airports, to investing in a port in Israel and making a bet on the future of the India Middle East corridor.